understand why you don't like me. I didn't like me 2 years ago. But I changed. I'm working more. I'm more good at food. You were about it. Get me on the car right now.
Dang.
Because Hema wanted little Dion to meet his father. That's what you're angry about?
Getting Hema pregnant at 15 does not make Daryl a father. There's no place in Dion's life as far as my wife and I are concerned.
Daryl is a good kid. He deserves a second chance.
And I'm talking to lawyers. I'm doing everything I can to be a father in my son's life.
Go.
I'm 17 right now, and that gives you the power to me. But when I turn 18, my lawyer said that's when the law turns in my favor. I'm gonna be in my son's life.
Wow. Definitely there.
It's all right. Waiting on Luca. He's out for a 3-mile run trying to finish his third year.
How's it looking?
I don't know. My guy, you're back. You're back.
I just my guy. I just manslaughter.
He's the head of El Septimo's drug cartel. Pretty brazen to show his face on camera killing law enforcement.
El Diablo released this video 3 months ago after a failed Federales raid on El Septimo. Message to the Mexican government that he and his El Septimo cartel are above the law.
He thinks he's untouchable, and in Mexico he might be. Which is why he hasn't stepped foot on U.S. soil in 5 years.
Agent Simon here and most of his DEA colleagues have been tracking the Septimus for a while.
Nothing for now. We've had no idea how they've been smuggling their heroin into this country. Fortunately, Federale who died in this video didn't do so in vain. Before he was grabbed, he managed to transmit some intel that shed a light on the El Septimo cartel.
Baldwin Hills Airport.
The El Septimo cartel takes full advantage of this public use landing strip because it has no customs or control. How do they even make it? Germany and Septimo have been analyzing the evidence. The planes cross the border way out of the ocean, but they stay low enough to avoid radar until they reach Catalina Island. Support the airspace scan. According to the test, the man is coming
Yeah, I'm cooked. Nope.
We get a plane load of dope off LA streets, and the DEA gets a piece of you subsequent tomorrow morning. That's one more day of planning than New Year's Eve.
4 a.m. wake up call tomorrow?
There was a better way to get things out.
Didn't want to jump driveway to walk through.
Standing up.
Dr. Hughes, hey, listen.
They admire decorated squat off. Only if you're willing to help us.
Once they touch some stuff in private, but I might work.
You're going to have to discuss anything personal. Just tell them what the surfaces are and how they can.
I don't know. Maybe find somebody else.
No problem. Say hi to Angel. Hey.
Well, Baker's gonna make the team. Just a good news.
Did I even hit anyone?
More activities. Just trying to find the best way to spend the $500,000 donation. Pass it on.
I appreciate it. Take care.
You too.
Hey, big man, we're headed to the motorport, ready?
Hey, you know that feeling before, right? We must find enough higher again.
No, don't save it too long. Unless you want tan driving around.
Hell no.
Roger that, we got visual.
Signal quality is spotted.
Transmission. 20 David, you got incoming. LD almost soldiers in the drugs. Everything a go? Roger that. Luke, are you good? Ready to rumble, boss? 20 David's in position. We got the front. They can see we got the back. Wait for my command. Plane's about 10 seconds out. Here we go. Wait for it. Not yet. Initiate.
What's going on? Why isn't she stopping?
Trying to take off again. Hondo. Shit.
He's not gonna make it.
Air 20, we lost visual.
Problem with the signal. One team is back.
Hondo, what the hell's going on down there? They clipped us. The wing's on fire. Looks like it's going down. Where? About half a mile north. Get that on the radio. Plane's about to crash in South LA. Dale, agarra todo lo que pueda. Alas, armas. Está bien, está bien. Vamos, 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 vamos. Who was the first on site?
I was. Witnesses saw 6 get out of the plane. 2 ran south. All fire.
Take it 5. 20 David to command. We are setting a 5-block perimeter. We need mobile command on site to broadcast new Bravo 911 code. Report any security agents in the area to help us narrow down the search.
Roger that, Hondo. We're on our way. This is our commander on the Air 17, expand that grid on all 4 sides. We have a serious situation. What's one thing
Partner with K9, see if they can pick up a trail from Stockwell Avenue. We know at least one of them is needed, so keep your eyes open for blood. Now follow street over on Vest. We'll sweep from south to north. Second C's on route. They'll start on Segundo and move south towards us. If the suspects are in the street, then we squeeze them. The stop ain't over until all 6 of them are brought in. Am I clear?
Listen, expecting only 2 rounds under a saw him at 1.3 on office. He said I was coming away from you all. Hey, what hospital did you take my partner to? I want to see him.
It's gonna be really hard for you to do.
No.
My teammates, they rushed him to the hospital. Guy just killed the dog. Hey, stay focused. Still got 5 Centinos on the list. Hold on. Hey guys, check this out. What do you got?
Why did you do it?
I feel my rage rising. It's overflowing. Hold still. I'm so tired of this. Not a single one of you is. Don't go anywhere. You insolent. Embrace the hatred. What? You insolent. Hold still.
Witness the melody of your destruction.
No, seriously, where is everyone? I feel like I've been searching for more than you. Get back here! Come on, we're done. Ah, forget how much that hurts. Not a single one of you is safe from me. You get back here! You miserable insect! Ow, that hurts. Not a single. Don't go anywhere. I suggest you kneel, worm. seriously, where is everyone? I feel like I've been searching for more than a minute now. Hold still. Rise from your grave. If you guys could just surrender, that would make my job a whole lot easier. You insolent. Hold still. I got you right where I want you. Hold still! These spikes will be stained with your blood! Blame God! How fitting! Did I...
There's nothing that hurts more. No, not the whole time, you nitwit!
Distraction dance.
Losers are supposed to lose!
I'm not even using it. So here. Well, make it Pacific next. I know, it's on the floor. Next time, make it more Pacific. You said cord, and my charger is a cord, so I thought. But you never made it Pacific. You said, no, you said, pass me, can you, I need the cord real quick. So I gave you my charger. And then right after, you said orange cord. most stupidest person? What is the most stupidest thing you've seen? Just give me top 3. It can be a human.
Yeah, roger that. Rocket squad and rescue 2 more such team are descending photo. 3 out of the 6 are on custom. As far as we know, the
Wrong.
Only Alpha coming. Those can captured by U.S. authorities. It's out of character. That's the one when we put them in.
Hold it. Got him. It's out the Alpha website jacket.
Where's that one? Command and SWAT team patrol unit. Suspects have actively crossed the 77th Fleet. Heading north, sending drifters now.
More than research in the LA area. You know, the news calls and tells you it's no other maybe to do something. Used to be Bernie Guzman, but he spent the last 6 months in California State Prison in Lancaster, so gathering intel on this place. Friends speak a low profile.
Hondo, you and Deacon has 1 street north of 67, 50th Street. Keep an eye out for it.
Hey, hands where we can see him. Hey!
Hey, you guys see anyone come through here? Come here. Okay.
Sit down. Sit down.
Hey, buddy.
Exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com? Booking.yeah.
LAPD, open up.
Open the door.
It's okay. Goodbye.
Hey, Malone.
God dang. Brother.
Once you finish questioning, we'll move on to the
Naya.
next topic. Roger that.
What the? You have been. How
Oh,
long?
just a couple
When
more
is
questions,
it?
I'll be on my way.
My turn. Good night. When is it my turn? When is it my turn?
I'm just trying to look.
What phone is this? You're still using your phone, even watching TV at the same time, though.
Die. So.
LAPD, hurry! Hands lock and seat. Walk back towards your plane. Big one.
You tell me he was heading up South LA for us at 2 and I'll tell you what it is. Name for a name. Yeah, where's the stuff we drove?
A new guy, Jorge Valdomino.
Anything else? Dress, description?
I never met him. I just heard burning lessons in a few times. Hey, what's her name? The blonde bitch.
Oh, there's no blonde underneath that.
But on the bright side, it wasn't good.
Jorge Valdovinos, LA local, loosely affiliated with Los Huesos until they were taken down. South LA.
That's no address.
Still searching.
Tracking possible suspect. Gray hoodie, Van methamphetamine. Suspect is in an apartment complex at 905.
Let's do this.
Checking it out.
Wombo combo.
That's what Christian Street on. Christian Street, El Diablo has backup at that location. Fall back now. Now! Get out of there now!
Look how long I'm recording tonight. 45 minutes.
Come on, remember, we can't stay here. Let's go. How many you count? Come on. How many you count? Chris? Me too, I got two. 20 minutes, 30 seconds out. 26, David. 123, exit down the south hallway. Chris, come on. Come on! Damn! Take cover. Just looking at the apartment down the hall. We can't stay here. He's doing the civilians at risk.
As soon as they come out, we engage.
Wait, no, you're hit. Stay here.
Sure. I'm fine.
All right.
What the hell?
You're coming.
What kind? What?
This is the party. You alright? You medic?
Fine.
Chris?
Off and over.
20 David to command, we got some straight.
Roger that. 50 David squad and patrol have to go surrounded. No stop.
talk to her. And
You never told me my food was done.
I'm so sorry.
Rough day. Yeah, rough damn day, man. Sure you missed all this? Yeah. Missed the gas a lot. Speak to him already?
I was just about to.
I'll do it.
I didn't mean to touch you.
I know.
Sure?
You said it can make a difference. I believe it.
I do.
I have a dozen questions about the squad. I'll be happy to talk tactics and training. First, I want to talk about something. Something I wish I'd paid a little bit more attention to.
When it hits 1:35, can I watch TV?
If you ever feel yourself struck, just know the LAPD will have to. Hey. Thanks for picking me. I did. I hear you got the family. Look, I was hoping to tell you this today. I'm so sorry about the man I'm doing to you. That's it.
I know. I got you right.
Shot at, get injured, and come face to face with cartel bosses and hitmen. Are we crazy? Do something else?
Yeah.
Out there. almost every swat off would be the scariest days for people's lives.
We're not most people. You and me, we've already experienced the worst thing. Probably the latest thing. Always trying to save the next kid.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder though, if my life would have been better if I had normal parents, normal childhood.
Maybe. But then you would have been different.
That's one way of looking at it.
I'm playing Forsaken for another hour.
You okay? It's different, but you'll love it.
Breastfeed Day has become Breastfeed Week with Down and Paper Fun. You can find even more freshness. Night after night for up to 7 days. Down in free time into your laundry.
What was the year started? What was the year or Google.
Because these drills just make no sense. Let's start with fire drills, because this is the one everyone knows. It's the OG drill. Fire drills are supposed to prepare us for the event that the school catches on fire, which honestly is a real possibility. Like, have you seen people in chemistry class? Students watch one episode of Breaking Bad and all of a sudden want to start trying stuff. One time in my chemistry class, this kid, well, I won't say his name, but his name was Derek. Anyways, Derek decided that he was gonna see what happens when he mixes every single thing that's on the table. Into the same beaker like he was making a smoothie. So I'm watching this happen in slow motion, and I'm just like, Derek, what are you doing? Derek, stop. Derek, but Derek didn't stop. No, Derek never stops. And after a little bit, the beaker started smoking. And not just like a little bit, no, there was smoke surrounding the classroom. It was like, we need to evacuate the building type of smoke. So of course, the fire alarm went off. And you know what the teacher said right when that fire alarm went off? All right, everyone, line up at the door. Line up at the door? Derek just created mustard gas, and you want us to line up at the door? And we did it.
Here I go!
suddenly, and my soul would evacuate my body before I could evacuate the building. You'd think you get used to it, but no, you never do. Every single time I heard that sound, it turned me into one of those chihuahuas that randomly shake the whole day for no reason. Why do they do that, by the way? And once again, the teacher would just go, okay, everybody, line up at the door. And you're just like, what? Like our ears are hemorrhaging, and you want us to line up at the door? Dog, I'm about to hit stick whoever's in my way just to get out of this door. And then finally, your class actually does get outside, and you see all the other classes. They're also just walking slowly, like a parade of zombies. I used to see kids walking out of their classes with their hands over their ears, trying to protect what was left of their hearing, and the teachers had the audacity to tell them to put their hands down.
Sorry, little Timmy. I know your eardrums are bursting right now, but I'm gonna need you to take your hands off your ears. Thank you.
What do we need our hands down for anyway? In case we need to catch the fire? Are we gonna high five all the other people who made it out? Good job escaping the fire, bro. Yeah. And here's the thing that really gets me. Here's what keeps me up at night. In a real fire, no one's walking in a single file line. If there's actual flames, actual smoke, actual real danger inside that building, everyone in there is turning into Prime Derrick Henry. It's about to look like Olympic trials with the way students will be hurtling over death, shoving grandmas out the way, do whatever it takes to get out of there as fast as humanly possible. And that's not me being dramatic, that's just the truth. It's just survival instincts. This is what kept our ancestors alive when they were being chased by saber-tooth tigers. That's all that is. Burning down, and you find out Kevin and Miles are missing, what's the plan? Is she gonna heroically charge through the flames to find Kenny, who's been in the bathroom for the past half hour? No, she ain't doing anything. So what was even the point of And 9 times out of 10, if there is a student missing during a fire drill, odds are they just left school when they heard that bell ring and went to Taco Bell. So fire drills aren't even the worst one. At least with fire drills, the plan makes some kind of sense. Get out of the building. Simple. The way they do it is flawed, but at least they're trying. Tornado drills, on the other hand, make absolutely no sense. Like, none whatsoever. Now, I don't know why we even did tornado drills at my school, considering the fact that I went to school in California. Like, the closest thing I've ever experienced to a tornado is when I went to a self-service car wash. But despite this, we had tornado drills multiple times a year. But equally everyone would gather into the hallway, and we'd get down on our knees, face the wall, and put our hands on the back of our head. That was it. That was the plan. That was how we were going to survive a tornado, by throwing it back in the hallway. I'm sorry, I don't see the logic. What exactly is that supposed to do? Is a tornado just going to see us kneeling there and be like, ooh, they're in the tornado position. Nah, guess I'll leave them alone. They clearly know what they're doing. Like, I'm just going to say what we're all thinking. If a tornado hits our experienced a tornado at school and did its position? And if so, did it work? Meteorologist Hayden. Local student survives a tornado with this one weird position. It's just not gonna happen. If the tornado hits, we're all in trouble. The only thing that matters is if the tornado decides to hit our building or not. But the most embarrassing tornado drill I ever experienced was during swimming class. We're in the pool doing laps. Everyone's in swimsuits. Hair's all wet, smelling like chlorine, and randomly, the tornado alarm goes off. We know it's not an actual tornado because we can see the sky and it's 75 degrees, no wind, and sunny. But our teacher blows his whistle and goes, "Everyone out, tornado, let's go." We all get out of the pool. We're standing there dripping wet, and our teacher says, "No time to change. We need to get inside now." So I'm out there, just in swim trunks, not quite looking like a bodybuilder to say the least. And we had to all go over into the classrooms while everyone else is in their normal clothes. distance for probably 10 minutes. But since I'm wet, there's water leaking from my body onto the ground. And eventually, it leaks all the way to the student out there next to me. And say, no, I know this is right. And he said, then I saw a bunch of people turn their heads. I did do that. Now, we need to talk about water. You guys all know, this is my friend.
Need any last minute Valentine's Day gift? You just check out
Flowers are nice, but girls.
Your dealer. Believer. Excelsior University, online education, the nurses who do everything. Visit excelsior.edu. Hold up. I'm gonna believe that.
The lockdown drill procedure is absolutely wild when you think about it. And now it's a lockdown drill. Procedure, quick barriers, all that sort to lock the door. Okay, that would actually make sense. Like, obviously, if someone's breaking into your school, if your door is locked, it's going to be harder for them to get in. I'll give them that one. One point for the school designers. But then, here's where it gets crazy. Because the next step is for everyone in the class to go to one corner of the room. The same corner. All 30 students cram into one spot, hiding, and you have to be quiet. Like, dead silent. No one's allowed to talk. No moving, no breathing too loud. Just a pile of students sitting there in the dark. Now let me ask you something. If you were looking for people in the building and you open the classroom door, would you not see 30 kids crammed into the same corner? It's like we're trying to make it easier for the school intruders. Instead of being spread out around the room where at least some of us will have a chance to escape, we're all just in one place. But that's the drill. That's what we practice. Huddling together in the dark, hoping that nobody opens the door. But here's the thing that really gets me about lockdown drills. Because all the students are forced to do these drills, right? Everyone knows the procedure. Shut the lights off and be quiet. So it seems like a good idea until you realize the intruder is probably doing the drills with us. They did these same drills. They sat in the same corners. They know exactly what's going to happen during a lockdown. So what's the element of surprise here? So what's the strategic advantage? When they walk into a classroom, they see that eventually an hour goes by. A full hour of sitting in silence, just marinating in someone's fart. And now people are starting to freak out. Is this real? Did something actually happen? Why is this taking so long?
Is this how it ends?
I saw some kids start to text their parents, Mom, I love you, Dad, I love you. There was one kid who must have just not liked his parents because I saw his text message which said, it's finally time. Some kids are making jokes. One kid fell asleep, just completely passed out, and started to snore. I respect that, honestly. But then finally, after an hour and a half, the Lockdown drill is over. Thanks for your cooperation. That's it. No explanation, no apology, just bring it over, say that's the right. You ready? Right now, that's just secret. That's working. So there's the every class in the all because of my phone. Because there were
every song is such a comfort song to me. My latest song is definitely Red. Forever is definitely Life for Real. This is our musical taste in common. Hope it is great.
As a kid, I did a lot of dumb things that I'm pretty sure we all did growing up. So I'm gonna tell you some stories about some of these things I did, including a time when my stupidity brought someone this close to dying. So when I was in school,
Don't say any swear words tonight because I'm posting this on YouTube.
and have it wedged into those tiny little holes. So we would wait until the teacher looked at us and then immediately throw it into the table. We did this any opportunity we got. Teacher turns to write on the board, launch a post-it note. Teacher bends down to pick up a marker, launch a post-it note. And when it stuck, you felt like you won the Super Bowl. One time, our teacher turned their head to sneeze, and the student tried flicking it into the ceiling, but they totally misjudged it because it slingshotted straight into the teacher's head. The most fun part about this game was that whenever the teacher saw this post-it note in the ceiling, she would get furious knowing we were doing this behind her back. And she would always demand for whoever was doing this to admit to it. But since basically the whole class was involved, no one ever snitched. And this game didn't just stay inside one classroom. No, eventually the whole school was doing it. No matter what class you walked into, you could probably find one of these things sticking in the ceiling. All the teachers at the school were starting to get really frustrated with this. So what did they do to fight back? They basically put a bounty out there. Whoever got caught for throwing the post-it notes at the ceiling would get suspended. Because up to this point, no one had ever been caught for it. The whole school was moving like James Bond. But unfortunately, all good things have to come to an end. And one day, somebody got caught. His name was Noah. And when this happened, the rumor was spreading around school like, oh, they're telling everyone is British or something. So all the students are getting super nervous. Because at this point, pretty much everyone was involved in doing this. So if Noah snitched on us, was the whole school just gonna get suspended? Well, we never found out the answer to that question because Noah didn't snitch. He didn't say it was a group thing. He didn't say there was others involved. He just took the blame for every single post-it note around school like he was a Navy SEAL protecting secrets for the government. So he got suspended, and that was it. No one else got punished. I'm pretty sure the school knew there were more students involved than just him because the post-it notes were literally all over school, but finding everyone who did it would just be too much work. To this day, people from our school still talk about what Noah did to protect all of us. We even started a petition to build a statue for him outside of school. We only got 6 signatures, but hey, I thought that counts. During the same time period, we had another hobby, destroying erasers, but specifically poking holes in them. You'd be sitting there once again bored out of your mind, so we would take the tip of our pencil and start stabbing the eraser over and over until it looked like one of those Operation Board games. No goal. You just keep going until the eraser became useless. Teachers must have watched us do this every day and just thought, I really hope this doesn't lead to them being a serial killer in the future. But to be honest, they've probably seen way worse. Like, they've seen kids eat glue. And when I say kids, I mean me. Don't ask why I did it, because I'll never tell you. Okay, fine. The glue was cold and light like milk, so I thought it would taste like milk too. And then, from this point on in my childhood, I only got stupider. Because another thing I loved to do as a kid was climbing up the stairs on all fours. I'm pretty sure literally every single one of you watching this video has tried this at least once. And if you haven't, I'm sorry, because it feels awesome. And you may be thinking, Tyler, what's wrong with doing this as a child? That's not dumb. And you're right. I totally agree with you. But you see, the problem is, I didn't stop doing this when I grew up. I actually only stopped doing this recently because of what a dog did to me. So here's what happened. I'm in my college apartment building. The elevator is broken, which it literally always was. And even when it was in service, I wouldn't want to use it because I don't know how to make conversations with people in elevators. And I saw a homeless guy sleeping in there one time. So I'm taking the stairs this day like usual. But I lived on the 8th floor of this building. So walking that many flights of stairs was exhausting. So what I would do is look up and down the staircase. And whenever the coast was clear, I would run up it on all fours, just like back in the day. And I did this for a couple months without anyone ever seeing me.
I tried doing it one time.
And the spot where you're about to turn. And right as I start to turn, for a split second, I see a dog on a leash being walked by a girl. And the problem is, me and the dog were at the same eye level because I was crawling. But to the dog, I didn't look like a human using the stairs. No, I looked like another animal trying to attack it. So the dog aggressively lunged toward me before the poor girl had any time to react. She didn't even really turn the corner yet, so she had no idea what her dog was even looking at. But since the girl was holding the dog on a leash, when it lunged, she basically got catapulted forward like 5 feet and fell down about 3 stairs. She landed straight on her side. The dog's barking at me, and I freeze on all fours like a possum playing dead, not knowing whether I should stand back up like a normal human or just try to convince the girl that I'm part wolf or something. After about 15 seconds of this poor girl shaking off the fall she just took, she looks at me, understandably furious, and asks why I'm crawling up the stairs like that. And in that moment, I realized there is no explanation that will make me sound sane. There's no sentence that begins with, oh, well, that ends with her being okay with it. So I did the only thing I could think of in this moment. I pretended I didn't speak English. I stared at her like she was speaking in code, and then I went, no hablo inglés. When she realized I couldn't understand her, she just shook her head and kept going.
Her tale is to be alive.
The girl fell. I broke her rib. I pretended to be something. We all moved on. Except that wasn't the only thing. Because next semester, there was only 2 open seats left. In the very front row, my mouth just blurted something out before my brain could even think. I went, yo,
It's raining. I would always bring my metal water bottle with me to the bathroom as a weapon, just in case. It just made me feel a little more protected. Surely I never actually had to use the water bottle as a weapon though, right? Well, one night, I wake up at 3 a.m. and I have to pee. So I get up, grab the water bottle, and go to the bathroom. I do my business, pee on the side of the toilet and not in the middle because I want to be as quiet as possible. I don't want the water to stay in the room, and when we go to the toilet, It's raining.
If it's not, it's gonna sound disgusting. So if you didn't do what I'm about to say when you were a kid too, just pretend you didn't hear this. Anyways, when I was younger, my parents would basically have to force me to shower. I didn't know why, but I just did not want to do it when I was a kid. But when my parents noticed this, they would literally say,
Tyler, get in the shower right now, or else.
but because of how much I did not want to do that, instead of actually showering, I would just go into the bathroom, turn on the shower, and then sit on the toilet for about 10 minutes or so, just enough time to make myself think I actually took one. Why did I do this instead of just getting in the water and being clean? No idea. It was literally more effort to fake it. I was treating them telling me to get in the shower like them asking me to jump in a volcano. I just was not going to do it. And I thought I was a genius for doing this. I thought my parents had no idea about it, and I was just getting away with it. Did they actually notice? Probably, but... my parents for doing this. I quit was... I go to school. Became my neighborhood headquarters. Whenever any of my friends wanted to do something, they would come over and jump on my trampoline. And eventually, word got out about me having a trampoline.